All right, so we've talked quite a bit about the employee payroll tax created when Washington State passed that Long-Term Care Act. You can opt out of the tax, but there are deadlines to know about, as well as finding your own long-term care insurance, which is also disappearing. So David Donhoff at Leverage Planners talked us through all the scenarios.
Well, I'm glad we're still talking about this, because even when I run into people, they ask me about our segments and they're like, what's the deal? And I'm like, this is why you need to talk to David. But I guess first question would be, what is the real action deadline and why the rush?
Okay, so first of all, the deadline to get out of the tax, the taxes start January, but you've got to get a policy in place so that you can test the state no later than October 31st. Just think Halloween, right? Everybody remembers Halloween's coming up on us. It's summertime, et cetera. Halloween's right around the corner, but here's the real problem. So we know end of October, but that means September and October is going to be packed with procrastinators, naturally, right? But even more importantly than that, we got to challenge that the companies are starting to want to do less business in the state of Washington. So we're starting to lose opportunities. Last 4 weeks, every single week, we've lost opportunity availabilities for potential clients. And some companies have even stopped doing business in the state.
Okay, why are these companies closing, these long-term care companies?
So the companies are not going out of business. That's not the problem. Problem is the insurance companies normally don't make profits until the third, fourth, fifth year of a policy. And as the law is written right now, a large number of people who buy long-term care policies will cancel on January 1st, 2023. The insurance companies know it. The customers know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. And so a lot of the companies are just saying, we have no appetite for this. We want out. Now, there's still good opportunities. There's still opportunities available, but it's not as cheap as it was last week. And some of the opportunities and companies that people could have qualified for have already stepped away and said, we're going to take a break from Washington for a while.
Oh, no. All right. So, okay, let's say we do a quick fix with what we can right now, and later we decide we don't like our choice. What then?
Well, so again, we've got to get something in place before Halloween, and then we've got to keep it in place until the state review period is over, which is December 31st, 2022. This thing, New Year's Day 2023, right? At that point in time, we can adjust, we can change, we can shift, we can cancel, we can make different adjustments. So I'm telling everybody, don't think about this as a long-term voyage. Think about this as a lifeboat. Don't get picky. Take something that fits and jump on it now.
All right. So, one of the things that the insurance companies are so afraid about is us canceling, but say people do end up going that choice. After they cancel the policy, after the tax exemption, are there any risks after that?
So, of course, there's plenty of risks of actually getting ill and needing insurance if you cancel it. Of course, we have to leave that in place. There's a reason people get protection. But in terms of the state legislation, the legislation is very explicit. They emphasize the word permanent several times, saying if you attest that you're covered and you either are never challenged or you're challenged and you recommit the fact that you're covered, then as of December 31st, 2022, you are permanently exempt from the system and zero option of coming back in. The next question people say, yeah, but what if the government changes its mind? We live in Washington. It's possible, right? I mean, nothing we can do about that. That's called legislative risk.
Right. So you're permanently out. There's no way they can start taxing you again?
As the letter of the law is written today, yes, that is correct.
Today, I love it. I mean, this is a lot to navigate, David. Honestly, I don't even know where I would start looking for long-term care insurance or how to find my fit, but that's something you do help people with, right?
Yeah, so we've created a topic-specific place with information all about this. It's real easy. It's called stopthetaxbleed.com. We've got, to paraphrase Dan Aykroyd from Blues Brothers, we're on a mission from God. There's probably 1 million or more people in the state of Washington that could and should get out of this tax system by getting privately covered, but we're just one small organization. We're going to try to help 10,000 people by Halloween get out of tax trouble. That's our mission. come to this information and come and learn the information at the website.
Yeah, and David and his team at Leverage Planners have the answers to all your particular situation and questions when it comes to the payroll tax. Please just call the phone number on your screen or visit the link on our website. Olympian, weekend warrior, or somewhere in between, staying hydrated can make all the difference in your workout. More on that after the break.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Leverage Planners.